Yeah, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. I'm here to say that I got another story time today. Oh yeah, so today's story time is pretty crazy one, but like it's also a pretty I don't know. It just opened my eyes. So let's just get into it. So this story time takes place back when I was 12. Yeah, I think I was definitely 12. So yeah, this story time takes place when I was 12. So basically, right, I had like these two friends. We'll call them David, not the same David from our previous story times, but David and let's call the other one Marquise, right? So David and Marquise, right? They were to say the least, they were pretty good friends of mine, right? Like we would always hang out and talk to each other and everything like that. And, everything was cool, cause we'd hang out, talk and everything. But Marquise was like a real prankster. Like he always liked pranking people for some reason. And he used to do stuff like at first it'd be small pranks where it'd be like, like one of them like, oh, what's on your shirt, and then he like pulls the lip up like that, and it went from like small pranks like that to like larger scale pranks to where it was like, like filling people's bags up with slime and stuff like that. Like just pranks. Like he was always pranking somebody. So one day, right, me, him, and David, we're just all chilling. We're just relaxing. I think we were like at a park or something like that, and Marquise was like, "Yo, y'all want something to eat?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Oh, well, my mom made spaghetti," because basically he had a park near his house that wasn't too far away from his house. So he was like, "My mom made spaghetti. Like she just texted me that she made spaghetti. You guys want me to like go there and then come back with some spaghetti?" And we was like, "Yeah, that's cool. And he was like, "But I'm gonna need one of y'all because I can't carry 3 plates." So I just volunteered and I was like, "Yo, I'll go with you." And he was like, "All right, bet." David stay here. So David stayed there, probably played on his phone, something like that. Me and Marquise went back to like his house to go get the spaghetti. So we get in, his mom says hi to me, I say hi to his mom. We get the spaghetti. I mean, it's really just regular. Like, we get the spaghetti. Everything's, going according to plan, I guess. We got the spaghetti. We picked up some, the Hugs juice. Some of y'all might know what that is. Some of y'all might not know. But yeah, we picked up that Hugs juice, young man. And, yeah. And, well, we started heading back. Now, as we were heading back, I remember Marquise was like laughing about something, and I was like, "Yo, what you laughing about?" And he was just like, he basically was like, "Bro, let's pull a prank." Now, usually I'm down to pull pranks. Pranks, they're really funny, because if you get a good enough prank, it'll be real funny. Like, to laugh about. Plus, it creates more memories, and you get to see how people really are if you put them in different situations and stuff. So I was like, all right, cool, what's the prank? And he was like, hold on. Now, here's where I was like, kind of like, I was kind of like, what is he doing? Because he put the plate of spaghetti, like there was a bench, like, right next to him. He put both plates on, like, the bench. And then he like went into the dirt and started like moving like dirt around. So I'm like, what is he doing? So at first I'm thinking like, oh, you're gonna hand them the food and it's gonna be like, your hands look dirty, so it's gonna be like, yo, like why your hands so dirty? Now I don't even want to eat it. Did you make this food? Because even though like we literally did not touch the food at all, like his mom handled all the food and like, putting it on the plate and stuff like that. But he was like, nah, I got something better. So I'm like, Marquise, what are you talking about? That's when I see this guy like he basically like turns to me and like smiles while like holding a worm. And I was like, bro, what do you got the worm for? And then like the next thing I see is like him basically like put the worm like basically down a little bit. He took like the edge of his phone and like crushed the worm's head. So now the worm was like dead. It wasn't squirming no more. And he like kind of like it's making me cringe just thinking about it. But he basically like took the worm's head, and after he crushed it, he kind of like split the body away from the head, and then like basically rubbed the head off of his finger. And I was like, yo, what are you doing? And then I see him like, cause basically the way the food was, it was on like a plastic plate, but it had like tinfoil around it. I see this man like open the tinfoil, and like we had like plastic forks like too, but we had like the plastic forks in our pocket. He throws the worm on the plate, and at this point I'm like almost about to throw up in my mouth. So, and then he like grabs one of the forks from out of his pocket or whatever, and he starts like mixing the worm in with the noodles. And he was like, I'm not gonna lie, he was doing a pretty good job of mixing them in with the noodles, because I really could not tell that there was a worm in the spaghetti. So now I'm like, yo, bro, that's high key nasty. Like, that's really high key nasty. Like, and he was like, bro, come on, stop being a little girl about it. Like, it's just a prank. And I was like, bro, yeah, that's nice and all, but like, that's a nasty prank. Like, would you want your friend to put worms in it? And he was like, he should have came with me. I was gonna do it on one of you. And when he said that, I was just like, wow, yeah, this is not a good fit for us. So I remember like I had a phone around this time. So I pulled out my phone, and I remember like I texted David. I was like, David, bro, whatever you do, do not eat the spaghetti. And he was like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, stop playing with me. And I think that Marquise caught on to like what I was saying. So what he did was basically he was like, yo, this plate is kind of heavy, because you know she put a whole lot on mine too. Let me have yours. So I don't know why I was just so stupid. I gave him my plate, so now he could, mind you, we didn't have no names on the plate or anything, so he could have just switched both of them, and now I have the worm in my plate. So we finally get back. Me, Marcus, and David were all sitting there, and Marcus opens his spaghetti up and starts like digging through it. I mean, just gulping it down. And I was, and you know, me and David, we kind of like picking at it, because me and him both know that one of ours has a worm in it. So it's like, oh my god. So like, you know, we trying to like pick through it, see where the worm is and everything. And David was just like, you know what? I can't take it no more. So David, he like gets a whole lot of noodle, and he goes to like pick it up and eat it, and I could see Marquise's face just like light up, like when he seen it. And I was like, no, don't tell me. And dead in the center is the dead worm that I was just talking about. And I know that it might be some people in the comments who like say that, oh, you know, you're over exaggerating, or you know, protein, like you know, the worm is protein, it's okay, it's edible. I couldn't take it. When he did that, I remember I immediately like basically took my food, and I remember I threw it at his hand, so like it like hit his hand, so he dropped the food. So it hits his hand, he drops the food, and Marquise is like, yo, bro, my mom spent time on this. And I was like, I don't care, bro. You put a worm in his food. Now, at this point, I'm not gonna, like, before this point, David was kind of iffy about it. Like, he kind of believed me and then kind of didn't. But now that he's seen, like, how mad I was. Well, not mad. I wasn't really mad. I was just like, why would you do that, you know? You know that feeling of, like, why would you do that? So, like, so when he does that, right? Like, when he says, like, yo, what are you doing? My mom spent time. I was like, yeah, your mom spent time with it, but you put a worm in his food. I'm not just gonna let him eat a worm. And like, while I was saying that, like, David was kind of like, yo, wait, there really was a worm, bro? So now David, he getting hot. He getting mad. Like, he was like, you really gonna put a worm in my food, bro? Nah. And, you know, he's screaming, he yelling. He like, yo, why would you put a worm in my, like, why would you put a worm in my food? And Marquise basically started confessing. He was like, listen, yeah, I did put a worm in your food, but that's only because, like, you know, I thought it would be a funny joke. And he was like, yo, that's not funny. Like, you should put a worm in my food. Nah. And, you know, they're kind of like going back and forth. Meanwhile, me, I'm basically basically I was like, nah, like, so I, you know, just being the kind person that I am, I start picking up the food or whatever. And eventually I come past the worm and it's like wrapped up in like some noodles, like on the spaghetti. And I was like, you know what? So Marquise was like, yo, it was a joke, bro. I'm sorry. David's real like hot about it. And I'm like, nah, Marquise needs a taste of his own medicine. So like Marquise basically the way it was like I was sitting next to Marquise, and then that's when like David was sitting like across from us. But Marquise had got up and like basically he was like, he got up and like him and David were kind of like face to face because they looked like they were about to fight each other. So I remember I was just like, nah, he want to pull pranks. Like, I don't even, like, it could be a worm in mine and I didn't even know. Thank God I didn't actually eat anything. I put the worm in his food. Like literally, it was real quick. I just threw the worm and like kind of mixed it up real quick. And then like I got up and I kind of like, you know, pushed them back from each other so they wouldn't fight each other. And yeah. And me and David walked away. And as we were walking away, I told David what I did. And he was like, dang, bro, you think you're going to eat it? And both of us looked back, and I swear it was like, as we looked back, we just seen him take like the fattest, the fattest, like, kind of like, I guess you could say roll up of spaghetti, and he just like stuffed it in his mouth and just kept eating it. And me and David just started laughing, and I guess he picked up on what happened, cause I seen him just spit the spaghetti out, and then he like threw us the middle finger, and like, you know, me and David kind of just ran away while laughing. And yeah, I actually wound up eating at David's house, and I'm not gonna lie, them burgers that his dad made looked way better than the spaghetti that, you know, Marquise's mom made. But this story has a message though. I would say the message is like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say don't trust anybody, but like, don't put too much trust in anybody. There we go. Because if I had put too much trust in Marquise, and David put too much trust in Marquise, you know, like, we could have been eating worms, you know? And like, another thing is like, inspect any piece of food before you eat it. Because like, if I didn't see that, like, that worm, and I didn't know either, knowing me back then, I could have probably been like ate the whole plate and would have ate the worm too. So yeah, just inspect your food. Don't really trust nobody like that. And yeah, that's it. But that's the story time for today. It's your boy Jay. And leave a like and subscribe today. Hey, so yeah. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bow, movie, viral. Woo!